Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Etho Modpack. My name is Classic Tim, and I am holding a rather large throwing star. These things looked a lot smaller when I was making them. But either way, today we are going to fight a wither. I'm going to be doing something and I need a nether star to do it, so we're going to have to fight a wither here. I really haven't fought too many withers in my day, so I just brought a bunch of milk to stop the withering effect. I totally forgot armor, and I flew about 1,500 meters away from our area. But either way, let's go ahead and place it. I got these wither heads. Whoops, I didn't actually mean to finish it up yet. I got the wither heads using this ender beheader that I made. But let's just use these shurikens that I made and see how well we actually do here. Oh, we got withered already. Where are you going? Oh, this one's got some range on them. They're fast too. Although I'm not hitting him very well. Gotta keep an eye on my health. There we go, now we're taking some damage. These things are actually pretty good. They're cheap too. They took like, a couple manual. Alright, he's in melee mode. Let's take him out with our sword. How's our health? I think we're fine, hard to see. And dead. That was quite easy. I brought way too much milk. Alright, I kind of wasn't sure about these shurikens, but yeah, I just made a couple of these manual shurikens and put some quartz on them. They're pretty good. Oh, can't forget these. We're going to need this later, for sure. And a miniature yellow heart. I noticed that red hearts are a lot more rare than I'm used to, because I've been, killing a lot of monsters here, but I've still only got 2 hearts. Looks like we're going to have to take a quick sleep. Let's find an open spot. Where are their monsters? There we go. So yeah, we're going to be working on something that I think will be pretty cool today. I did do quite a bit of crafting, automatic crafting setup from last episode. So I'll go ahead and show you guys that, and then we'll be able to set up what I have planned for this nether star. But yeah, as I was saying, I just made a cleaver here, which has a beheading trait on it, and then I put a bunch of more beheading traits on it. So it's beheading 4 right now, plus the default beheading on it. So this thing, when I kill wither skeletons with it, the wither skeletons drop the heads about like once every other skeleton, and they drop 2 at a time. So it took me about 2 minutes to get those skulls, and I actually got 6 other ones. So if we ever need more stars, I can get them pretty easily. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and fly back home. I just didn't want to make a big hole by our house. But I'm going to go fly back home, and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, welcome back. So we're back at our home base here. Someone last episode did mention that I could change the configs so that way the elevators no longer took XP. But I'm not going to do that right away. I might do it later. But for now, it's not that big of a deal just to hop up here. But I don't like changing the configs. That's different from the default mod pack. I like to keep everything, the same. But, that's not a big deal. I might change it later. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But either way, here is what we have down here now. So last episode, we worked on this system here. I made it vertical, though. Before we had it all in a line, and it was taking up more space than it needed to, and it wasn't very efficient with the actual channels here, so I made it much more efficient. It's much more efficient to have it vertical like this, and it takes up less space. And then I have also enough room to actually put this charger down here to make my charged Certus quartz. So this is set up the same way. But since then, I've also set up all these machines and all these machines, again in this vertical fashion, so I can get a lot more machines in here. I had it all spread out over here, but it was taking up too much space. So basically, this is just all the thermal expansion machines here. I've got, fluid transposers, magma crucibles, and pretty much everything else. And then I've got the recipes for everything I need to put in each of these. And I can of course, add more as I go on. So that's pretty sweet. And over here, whoops, this is actually where I'm making my pure Certus quartz and pure Fluix crystals. Etho actually showed how he set this up in his episode, and I did it pretty much the same. Nothing too different. I just modified it to my actual space here, so it's a little bit more compact than he had it, but it's pretty much the same idea. So I'll just go over it really quickly. Basically, this interface is where it puts in the items into this chest, and then this toggle bus right here, it shuts off these crystal growth accelerators so they don't steal power when nothing's being grown. And whatever's in this chest, oh yeah, I forgot to actually mention, these level emitters here, they give off a redstone signal when the specific items are being crafted, because I have the crafting card in them. So the fluix crystals, the pure fluix crystals, and the pure Certus quartz all give off a redstone signal which connect to this toggle bus, which will allow power to go through to these. But basically, it sucks out these seeds from here, puts them in the water with the accelerators, and then once it's done, it sucks it out with this transfer node, which I have a filter on it, so it only sucks out the finished ones and gets pushed back into the system. If you want to see a more detailed version of how that works, go watch Etho's most recent episode. He pretty much goes over all that. And here, this is actually my automatic system, so there's no crafting going on here. This, I've just got an induction smelter, a pulverizer, an igneous extruder, and then down here I have another pulverizer set up. And what this is for is my auto ore processing. So it's pretty easy. I've got the igneous extruder just making cobblestone from water and lava infinitely. And then above that, I've got a pulverizer pulverizing the cobblestone into sand. And then above that, I've got the induction smelter. Now, if you don't know, you can actually put ore in an induction smelter with sand, and it'll duplicate it in the same way that a pulverizer would. So you get 2 ingots from one ore. So it's just like pulverizing it and then putting it in an induction smelter. It's just more efficient this way, because then I can just pulverize a bunch of sand and then the ore can just go through one step instead of having to go through 2 steps. So it's just a little bit easier this way. And then it's also possible to get rich slag from that, which we can use to get actually triple ingots later. But either way, I've just got these export buses, and I've got 2 capacity cards, so that way it expands to all of these. If I were to take these out, I would just have the single one, and then an acceleration card just to make it go faster. And then I've got all my ores. I don't have quite all of them, but I'm still working on adding the rest, and they all get added to this induction smelter, get smelted away, and then put back into the system. So this is pretty much completely automatic ore processing here, and it's really, really helpful. So that way, if I just come in here, I can just have a bunch of ingots instead of a bunch of ores. All this stuff crafts automatically, except for, that's some other stuff that we can make. Let's take a sleep just so that a creeper doesn't walk in on us in here. That would suck. But basically, what we're going to be doing right now is not just set up auto ore processing, but I want auto mining as well. So when I go out and mine, I want everything to be sucked out of my inventory and then processed and put into our system just fine. And that's pretty much what I needed this for, the player interface. And to make this, you need the nether star and then an ender chest and this player core, which requires just an emerald and a few lapis. And this is basically a block that counts as our player interface, pretty much. So this is my inventory. These 4 sides of this block count as my inventory. So I can pump items in and out through this block. And obviously this up here is the armor. And then below, whoops, I had this thing on fast mode. This tool has actually become really more helpful than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be kind of a waste, but I've been using it for mining. I just switch over to my cobalt pickaxe whenever I want to get some diamonds or lapis or something that I need fortune for, and I use this for pretty much everything else. So I kind of dissed it a little bit in the last episode because it couldn't be enchanted, but it's still been pretty helpful. But yeah, on the bottom, this is actually our hotbar, so down here. But basically what I want to set up is I want all of the basic ores we get to be sucked out of our inventory via this player interface and then pumped into the system to be processed or cleansed or whatever else we need to do with it. Which reminds me, what this second pulverizer down here is for is it's going to be for diamonds, redstone, emeralds, pretty much everything that just needs to be pulverized and not smelted. because we're going to be using Silk Touch when we go mining, so that way it just sucks out the ores and then it pulverizes them for us. It's not quite as efficient as using Fortune, but we're going to get so many ores, it's not going to matter. So let's just see what's the best place to put this. We can put it probably right here. We probably want it close to this system. We might want to just get some more of these micro... is that what they're called? Microblocks? Yeah, microblocks. I don't know why I forgot the name all of a sudden. But we're probably going to need all 4 sides of this thing. So let's put this out a little bit and we'll put it right there. All right. And then we're going to want to make, or have our machines make. Man, I love this thing. The more I use it, the more I love it. But we're just going to want some import buses because we're going to want to import items from our inventory into our system. Like, look at all this stuff it'll do for us. Oh no, we're missing a Certus quartz. Dang it. Okay, well, let's just set it up to make 1 so far. Or 2, maybe. Yeah, 2. Then we should be good. Yeah, okay. I'll get some more Certus quartz later, which is exactly why we need this system. So let's start that. Those will start crafting. Through all that, so look, we can see that crafting down there. I just love watching this thing go. It's so nice, me not having to do that. Okay, and then we can get some of these smart cables, and we're going to want to connect it here, and we might as well just go here, here, and here. Okay, then we're going to have an interface on all sides, or not an interface, an import bus to suck the items out of our inventory. And we're actually going to want to make a couple of capacity cards as well. We're going to want 2 for each. So that's going to be a total of 8. Do we have enough for that? Yes, we do. Let's make those. And let's see if our import buses are done. There we go. All right, so let's put the first one here. And that's not going to start sucking everything out of my inventory, is it? Yes, it is. But you see how easy that is. Just starts sucking it out. We haven't put a filter on there, so it's just going to suck everything out until we set that up, but that's okay. And what's nice about this thing is it doesn't take any power or anything, so we can just kind of load it up with these interfaces, and that's pretty much it. And if we want to, we can actually make a second one of these if we need the space, but we shouldn't need them with the capacity cards that we're making here. Capacity, are they finished up yet? Yep, there they are. Man, I love this system. I'm going to say that a couple more times probably. Oh, dang it, it just sucked it out. And let's get them back. There we go. Okay, so for right now, we just need a couple of them. 2 in each to expand all the slots. And then now the idea is we will go mining, and whatever is appearing in our inventory, I'll come back and put that on the filter. So I'm going to go ahead and actually make a hammer with Silk Touch on it, and that should be good to actually start mining with. So I'm going to do that and gather some ores, and I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, welcome back. So I finally made my hammer here. It's just a pure cobalt hammer with a... Oh man, I'm using durability on this. I didn't even realize. I haven't actually charged it yet. But yeah, it's got redstone flux on it since I've got a ton of power, despite me actually using durability on it. So let's put that in there, charge that up. So usually I just make this potato flux capacitor, the tuberous flux capacitor, and put that on it because that usually just defaults at 400k like in the old version. But I guess in this new version of Tinker's Construct, you actually have to put one with 400,000 on it, the hardened flux capacitor, for it to actually get 400,000. So I figured, okay, well, I'll make a resonant one to get 20 million, but for some reason it wouldn't go on. So I actually have, and then I tried a redstone one too, so I've actually got these two, and I guess we could use those for something else, but either way, I put Silk Touch on it, and pretty much everything else is just redstone to make it go fast. And it is a fast hammer. Yeah, that's about how fast it goes. But either way, so now we can I just put this uranium ore in here so it wouldn't start sucking out everything, but we can put stone in there, and we'll probably want to make a couple. Yeah, that's really slow. So we're gonna want to make some acceleration cards. So let's just come up here and do this really quick. acceleration cards. We'll go ahead and make 4 of them for right now. Start those up while we place in the other stuff here. So we got the stone. Actually, we don't need cobblestone in there since we got silk touch. I won't be getting very much cobblestone. But we'll want coal, gold, silver, lead, iron, copper, tin, and that's it for this one. And then this one we can put some osmium, salt, quantum, this air-infused stone, surge quartz, and so on. And you'll see since we have silk touch on, we're going to be getting a lot of ores, which is why we need all 4 sides. We've already got these 2 sides almost filled up. Let's see if those acceleration cards are done. There we go. And looks like we forgot this tin. Put that up there. Probably have to add that. And what's annoying is there's several different types of the same ore. So it's like there's 2 types of tin, so it takes up 2 spots. And as you can see, this thing's already started pulverizing this tin here and smelting it away. And we've got this making more sand, so that's all automatic. Let's go ahead and put these in there, so that goes nice and fast there. I'll do that for this one too. So you can see it'll easily keep up with how fast we're going to be mining. And yeah, so let's go ahead and test this out. And while we do that, I actually forgot to talk about it earlier in the episode, but we have updated to Etho's Modpack 1.1. The update came out earlier today. And in that, it's added open peripherals, thermal dynamics, and gases. He had gases in his Let's Play, but he didn't include it in the pack. I'm not sure if he actually included it on the pack on purpose this time, but either way he did. So we've got gases now, and I can show that by if I come over here and mine out some coal. Yeah, coal actually gives off carbon gas or whatever. And it blew me up because there was lava next to it. I probably should have thought about that a little bit more. But yeah, definitely watch out for that when you're mining around. It actually doesn't do that with silk touch on, so that's a relief. But yeah, that's a little bit annoying. I can see why he didn't add that immediately for us. But that's okay. Since this world is generated, there's not going to be like a ton of the red gas and crazy gas in the mines that we have to deal with. Oh yeah, the entrance is over here. So it's not a big deal, and it's cool to have because then we can do some pretty cool stuff with the gases later. So yeah, let's get that. Let's get this quick. We got a zombie coming our way. Where's my sword? The only downside about using this this backpack here is when you die, all your stuff goes everywhere. Yeah. Now, on the bright side, though, as you can see, it's not sucking out any of the good stuff I have. It's only going to be sucking out the ores and stuff that I get. Where are all these zombies coming from? My turtle was supposed to light this place up, and I'm actually dying, so I better put on my armor quick here. My leather hat. And this armored jetpack actually heals quite a bit, so that's helpful. And let's just throw all of our tools back in here. Not that. This here. I'll just throw them on and I'll organize this later. That stays on. That goes here. Like that. Yeah, dying is kind of annoying. That. And we're almost good. Almost there. There. Okay. Clean up enough. But yeah, so watch out when you're mining coal because that happens. Let's take an eat. And then I can show you as I start mining here. We'll just keep the cobblestone there and that there. So nothing in our inventory at the moment, but when we start mining, as you can see, stuff goes in our inventory and goes right out. And I put another quarry in that area, so this our applied energistics stuff will. I've noticed that there's a lot of lava and oil and water pockets in this generation. I'm not sure if that's just normal vanilla Minecraft or if that's special for this. It just seems like a lot. But as you can see, it's picking it all up. And looks like we didn't add redstone last time. So this is basically how I'm going to decide, what else I have to put in there. I'm just going to mine through some more blocks here. And whatever gets stuck in my inventory. Where did that iron sword come from? Did that zombie drop it? That zombie must have dropped it. But yeah, as things get stuck in my inventory, I will just add it to the list. And it looks like we only got cinnabar and redstone at the moment that needs to be added. And everything else is getting sucked out. Not only is all the ore getting sucked out, it's being processed into ingots. And when we get back, we'll have a ton of... Whoop. Where'd he come from? This place is not safe, I've noticed. Even with all these torches, it's definitely not safe. But yeah, as you can see, mining it out with Silk Touch doesn't cause the gas to form. But yeah, so we got silicon and just a couple more things that I need to add. We'll have space for it for sure. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. It's really nice to have all this mining stuff set up. Mining is going to be a lot easier now, getting all these resources. So I will see you guys next time. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Bye-bye.